If you're new, welcome to the channel. Fall time is upon us. Pumpkins, pomegranates, squash, pumpkin spice lattes. What's your favorite thing about fall? I want to know, so comment below. There are so many amazing seasonal produce options, but one of my favorite and the most versatile, apples. Today my YouTube friend Dani Spies from Clean and Delicious and I are teaming up to bring you autumn apple recipes. Dani shares awesome recipes, tips, and tricks for staying healthy and delicious. Let's check her out.
Hey Alyssia and all of the Mind Over Munch people. I'm super excited to be here today. I've got some delicious recipes for you. I am making a savory homemade apple chicken sausage and a sweet 7-minute stovetop apple crisp. So once you're done watching all of the deliciousness that Alyssia is going to be cooking up for you today, make sure you come on over to Clean and Delicious to get my recipes as well. And should you like what you see, subscribe. See you soon.
Awesome, thank you so much, Dani. Be sure to go to her channel, check out her recipes, and subscribe. But first, I have 2 autumn apple recipes for you, one savory and one sweet. Let's start with my chicken apple stir fry. For your recipe base, you will need chicken and apples, obviously, onion, carrots, garlic, water chestnuts, coconut oil, and salt and pepper. For the sauce, you will need broth, soy sauce, sesame oil, and ground ginger. Whisk up your sauce ingredients and set aside. In a large saucepan or wok, start by adding your coconut oil, followed by your onions, carrots, and garlic. Saute over medium-high heat until the onions become translucent, about 3 to 5 minutes, and then you can add in your cubed chicken breast. I like to cut my chicken breast a little bit smaller so that it cooks a little bit faster and is easier to eat, but you could also do strips or larger cubes. And for a vegan option for this recipe, you could sub tofu or omit completely. Once your chicken is almost completely cooked through, about 5 to 7 minutes, you can add in those chopped apples. We add these later so that they don't get too soggy in the cooking process. You can really use any kind of apples in this recipe, but I do not recommend McIntosh or Red Delicious because they're a little bit too soft. Now it's time to add in your sauce mixture. Turn the heat up and let it come to a boil, and then you can turn the heat down and let it simmer for 5 to 10 minutes until the sauce thickens. Lastly, we can add in our water chestnuts, and these don't need much time. We want them to stay nice and crisp and crunchy. Allow it to saute for another minute or 2 before serving and devouring. Yum! So now let's move on to dessert, my crustless apple pie. So the least healthy part of an apple pie is the crust, right? So why not just get rid of it? Focus on the star of the dish, the apples. For this recipe, you will need apples. Now, a lot of people prefer Granny Smith for baking, but my mom is actually allergic to Granny Smith apples, so I pretty much just never bake with them just to be safe. Who knows when she's coming by? So I'm using Honeycrisp apples, but you can use whatever you prefer. I do want to know though, what is your favorite apple for baking or for eating? Comment below and let me know. You'll also need cinnamon, cloves, and apple pie spice, which is just cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice, and coconut oil, coconut sugar, and salt. Add your apples to a large mixing bowl. I used a mandoline to get nice thin slices of apples because I love the texture of the thin slices when they're baked, but you could of course just chop them up roughly and throw them in a bowl. Then you can add in the rest of your ingredients and mix to coat. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. I chose to use these cute mini ramekins for personal size treats, but you could of course use a full-size pie dish if you prefer. Since it is such a simple dish, I decided to kick it up a notch by making an apple rose, and I simply layered the slices into the ramekin, working my way from the outside in. Pack them in there as tightly as you can. And if you're thinking, whoa, Alyssia, this is getting a little bit too DIY for me, that's okay. Just chop them up, mix them up, throw them in a pan and bake them. It's still gonna taste delicious, but thumbs up if you do think these are adorable. I just think food is more fun to eat when it's pretty, am I right? Once you have filled your ramekins, you can place them on a baking pan, sprinkle them with a little bit of extra coconut sugar and cinnamon, and you can bake them in an oven preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 40 minutes until tender. Remove and you will have the perfect personal crustless apple pie or cinnamon baked apples. So cute. I think these are perfect for holiday dinners when you know you're gonna be having more than one dessert, because you can eat this little baby guilt-free and move on to the next. If you enjoyed these recipes, please give this video a thumbs up. It really just makes my day when you do that, okay? And now it is time for you to head to Dani's channel to check out her savory and sweet apple recipe as well. And of course, subscribe to her channel. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I will see you on Thursday for a brand new episode. And remember, it's all a matter of mind over munch. And tricks for I like to cook, but you could cut them. I like to cut the chicken relatively small for a little minute or two. Remove and you will have the perfect personal